Morning, everyone. Welcome to Cooking with Nancy O with her husband, Rick. I'm Nancy Ortinau. This is Rick. And we are very excited to share a new recipe with you today. And I would like to start out by thanking, we have a company here in St. Louis that is offering the meat for us. And the name of their business is called Meet Your Kitchen. And they are super wonderful people, and just go online and check them out, meetyourkitchen.com. They're great people to work with. They handle beef right now, and they have given us a rump roast today to work with, and we have it covered up right now. We had to pre-cook it because of the cooking time. So we'll get into what we all did with that and share some ideas with using herbs and cooking a rump roast. So the products we used off the Tower Garden today, for our salad, we're using arugula. For the roast, we did herbs. I have rosemary and thyme. And I just wanted to tell you guys that you can grow these herbs on the tower when you use fresh herbs with your dishes, especially cooking meat. It enhances the flavor so much better. And I have to share with you, I don't know if you can see this paper, but this whole column here is all the herbs that you can grow on the Tower Garden. And so we are trying all kinds of herbs and adding them to our dishes. And we are loving the fact that we can just go down and snip these herbs and add them straight to our menus. And the herbs grow so well on the tower. So on our roast, all we did is we took about 1/4 cup of olive oil, and we added some tablespoon each of the herbs, the thyme and the rosemary, and we mixed it in, and we had 2 teaspoons of salt and pepper in there, and we just let that sit in the container for about 5 to 10 minutes because you want all those flavors to soak up into the olive oil. And then we cover. Can we uncover those? Yeah. It's at its setting point because you have to pull it out of the oven and let it sit. So we just covered this whole roast with all of those delicious herbs and the olive oil before we cooked it. Now, when you put it in a roasting pan, if you don't have a roasting pan, we just used a Corningware dish. And what we did is we covered the base of it with onions and then a layer of potatoes, because everybody likes potatoes with their roast. That then gave it the elevation in there for those drippings to soak down into that. And that's how we cooked that. And after we got done cooking it, well, you start off at 325?
375.
375 for like a half hour. And then you drop that down to 225, and you then cook it till it's done. And we cooked it to about 130 degrees inside.
We got 140.
Oh, we did get up to 140. Okay, to 140.
So it's rare.
So it's rare. You go about 130 to 150, and depending on your taste. And then as it sits, it's going to continue to cook. And you need to cool it at least a half hour before you start slicing it. So adding these fresh herbs to this meat was so wonderful because the flavors this morning, we put this thing in the oven first thing this morning, and we had wonderful flavors going throughout the house. Oh, and the other ingredient we added was garlic. I missed the garlic in there because we add garlic to everything, right, guys? Okay, so we're going to let that sit there. I think it's still sitting before Rick slices it. And I'm going. You took the string off? Oh, he needs to take the string off. So while he's playing with the roast, I'm going to tell you about. I want a salad with every one of my meals because it just helps fill me up. I'm loving all these fresh vegetables I'm growing on the tower. So today I picked the simplest salad in the world to make. You have this roast cooking for like an hour and a half to 2 hours in your oven. Throw this salad together. You have some potatoes in there. You can also put a turnip in there if you wanted, or carrots, whatever you want. We happen to have onions and potatoes on hand, and that's why we used it. Any root vegetable. And the root vegetables don't grow on the tower. So my lettuces and greens do. And so we picked baby arugula. We got all this beautiful arugula off the tower. We have about 5 cups of it here, just loosely in the bowl. And we're going to make an easy, simple dressing for it. And then we're going to top it with Parmesan cheese. It's so simple and easy that it takes nothing. You could whip this up if you have these ingredients at home. If somebody stopped in and you wanted to serve a salad quickly. So I'm going to move this aside for a minute. So our salad dressing is going to be lemon juice. And it's like 1/3 cup of lemon juice. If you don't have a fresh lemon on hand, use the bottled lemon juice. It'll do the same. And then we're going to add 3 tablespoons of olive oil to it. Oh, you going to grab it?
Yeah.
We're going to add some salt and pepper, about 1/4 teaspoon of each. And then that was it. That's it, guys. And then you're just going to get that going in there, however you want to whisk it. I was drowning out my voice. I apologize. And see how beautifully that is just all blended. So now I'm going to just put some in a bowl here. How's that meat going?
That's a couple pieces.
All right. So I'm not going to top this whole salad. Once again, it's just Rick and I here. And if I top that salad, that's way too much for us to eat at one sitting. And I like just adding a little bit of dressing to my salad. I'm not one to overload it. I am really enjoying the flavors I'm getting from my lettuce and my herbs off the tower. I never knew vegetables could taste so good. I said that before, and wow, it is like really huge. Well, that's not that rare.
No.
You're rare, honey.
Yeah, I am very rare.
Okay, you want to just put a couple pieces here?
Yeah.
So he just sliced us. It probably needed to cool a little bit longer. It's a timing thing when you come on air so early. Yeah. And I'll cut from this side for you. Oops, here. I'll let you do that. While he's doing that, I'm going to add a little bit of dressing here because he has a whole meal today to eat. Right, honey?
Yep.
All right, so you can see I'm just going to drizzle a little bit of dressing on here for him. And mix that up a little bit. Imagine this. When you have company doing this, and all of a sudden you have these beautiful dishes sitting here. Oh, he's going to add the potatoes to it too. Look at him having a whole meal. So here you have this delicious salad off the Tower Garden. You have the herbs off the Tower Garden, which makes it taste so much fresher. And this meat from Meat Your Kitchen, this is a fabulous piece of meat. I have been so impressed with their meat that they've been giving us to cook with. And I'm really love adding it to our program here. Okay, so what are we tasting first? Taste
Gotta start with
the edge because that's where the herbs are. Okay, so he's going to taste the piece and let us know how delicious all those flavors are. And I want to know how tender. Wonderful, is it? Okay, so this recipe, the way you cook it makes it so tender, and you add those fresh herbs to it. Can you taste the herbs?
Mm-hmm.
Really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're a lot.
And they're what?
You can taste them really good.
Well, that's because they're fresh. When you use if you use dried, you're not going to get that enhanced flavor, and that's what makes a big difference in it. How do you like that salad?
That's good too.
That's good
very
too.
Good. Yeah.
Very good.
Yep.
Okay, so guys,
Yes.
I'm learning to absolutely love arugula. I know it has a little peppery flavor to it, but I'm really, really starting to enjoy it. I've been eating it now for 3 years, and I started out just by adding little bits to my salad, and now I can eat arugula salads, and it's so good for you. So the Tower Garden grows arugula so well, along with all the other things, but let me tell you, this grows really well on the tower, and it makes for a great addition to any meal. Because even if you just add a little bit, you're getting that peppery flavor in there. Okay.
That's a good meal altogether.
We're gonna eat good today?
We're
We're
gonna
gonna
eat
eat
good
well
today.
today? Bad language there. Okay, so guys,
Eating good in the neighborhood.
eating good in the neighborhood. Okay, so we have rosemary and thyme on the roast. It took no time at all to whip that all together and cover it. And then it cooked for an hour and a half, 2 hours in the oven. And then we make this salad up. You have your whole meal done. And we just did it first thing. Now you can let this meat cool all day, not all day, but a couple of hours, slice it up and reserve it. And when you reserve it, you just want to put it in a crock pot so it stays moist and add some beef broth to it. And then you have another great meal for another day. So you can get 2 meals out of this.
Yes.
We will get more than 2 meals, but we will also share with our son probably because he always shows up for food from us. And I think this is a fabulous way to go. If you're looking for a really good roast, give Meet Your Kitchen a call or go online and order. It's meetyourkitchen.com. If you're in St. Louis area, I believe they do deliver for us. And we always run by and pick ours up because they're in the neighborhood. And then have a wonderful family dinner. You saw how fast and easy it was to take the arugula right off the tower and just add your dressing to it. Is that dressing not the easiest dressing to make? And what a great addition to all these flavors.
Yep.
You like them?
Mhm.
Okay. I have no idea what we're going to cook next week. Again, we're going by what is on the tower at this point. We have been growing since October on our tower. So our plants are starting to get a little spent and tired. It's time to replace some of them. But we don't want to waste food, so we keep using as long as we can, and we're getting ready to plant new seedlings. So it's a timing thing for us, and then we'll move the towers outside, and then we'll start from fresh out there. And I just can't wait to start adding those summer vegetables to our tower because I just love when we start growing really good varieties, and I'm very excited about that to happen. So we will plan on seeing you next week. You guys have a fantastic week. Be safe out there. Be kind to each other. And until next week, we will see you. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, I want to try this. Oh my, that's just simple and easy.
Yeah, and it's not over.
Oh, I love that.
Peppery like you would think.
Okay.
Meat's got a good flavor.
Oh, wow. I love the fresh herbs on that.
Mhm.
Oh, lunch is